a second while I find a little screenshot. I like that one. Kitty. Or, yeah, just give me 1 minute. Hey everyone, it is Nightcrow, or Robert, or Code Red, whichever you would like to call me. Although I'm going to be changing the Nightcrow name to Code Red as a update. These are some updates really quick here in the intro. I'm changing my name to Code Red because it fits me better. I don't like I love Nightcrow. The name is really cool, but I feel like I could give that to a different person as a name. That would be cool. Second of all, I am now playing the ukulele in a later vlog, or maybe later chapter. Now that I'm making those, I'm going to be making more of the scripts to those. I will be giving those out to you. I will sing to you all a song I have already made, and in the process of working more on it as to understand how to fiddle around and play it better. And third, I'd like to say that there's going to be a lot of things in this video. One side, I will say, it's going to be really hard to talk about, so mind you, if you need some sort of comfort, I would say go grab a pillow or listen to music as your comfort afterwards. Now that you have heard that warning, make sense to understand the topic I'm about to get into. So yeah, now that we're into this video, I'd like to talk to you that I am in a thing for people who specialize in with who kids who have homeschool, you know. Basically in my town and surrounding towns, we have this thing called the co-op K-12, which is it's very popular amongst a lot of homeschool kids. It's basically like this thing where kids get to, where they have homeschooling, they get to understand what basically school is like, and the socialness and the boundaries in which they interact with each other. It's really awesome. I just thought I'd get into the bat with that because I really am dealing with some social anxiety right now, and I need you all to understand that the ability and to keep up with this is really hard. You really got to understand that as time moves on. As you all know, I do a lot of vlogging, and I wish I could have vlogged most of my day with the co-op K-12, and for you to understand that, I need you to understand that this place also does not utilize phones. We're not usually allowed to use our phones really all that much because we are in a place where there's not really need for that. Now, to understand where everything's unraveling, I will tell you the story of how and what and when and why to help you understand everything. So, I started a week ago, last Tuesday. So tomorrow will be a week ago from when I went to my first ever co-op K-12 meeting and everything, and it's really awesome, and I will get to what it's like. So, first of all, when I I go to this church. Now, the co-op K-12 takes place at my church that I go to every Sunday, and almost every single event that they usually host for their thing. Usually I'll go every Sunday that I'm here because I go back and forth between my mom and my dad's, and I mostly live at my mom's, so you can understand where all this is going. It's a really nice church. It's really small, just a basement and an upstairs, and there's a small little balcony in the top where they play the piano, whatnot. That's where it happens. Basically, when I got there, We sat down, we had a lot of fun, you know. Basically, I was kind of nervous because I didn't know all the kids there because, well, this is my first time going to a co-op K-12, and most of my life I've been like just public schooled. I didn't have a mood disorder and things like that just appeared. I had to sit down. I had my ukulele and my lunch near me. You know, I don't have to carry a backpack because we don't need those items really. Basically, we were sectioned off into groups. I was with the older kids, of course, as I'm 15, 15-year-olds with basically high schooler grade level, you know, of age. We went into the area, which is like our first hour is basically like it's a free period. It's anything but staying off your phone, you know. It is anything that's staying off your phone and being social. I know that sounds horrible for most of my viewers, but it's okay. Trust me, I get it. It's really awesome though. I had social anxiety, but I immediately clicked with a person I already met at the fair, a close friend of mine, who has a best friend of his. I want to keep them on the low, so I just want to respect that. And they're another YouTuber, very popular amongst a fandom. I don't want to say because I don't want criticism or hatred because it is my idea to be in the public eye and mine alone. Now that I'm telling that these stories, I want to keep their public life out of it so that way you don't have to get into them, start showing criticism, hatred, all that. So we'll call them A. A is such an awesome human being. She really does know, like, she really is a really great person of the community. She's really kind, very goofy, and really just a like social person when she needs to be, you know. And that's something that I had struggled with for that day because there's still some kids that were there some kids seemed new and others just seemed like they've been there before, so my confidence was immediately crushed. So yeah, and we talked about FNAF. We talked about like goofiness and analog horror. That because she didn't know what analog horror was, I had to explain what analog horror was. I also met some really cool people, and I don't want to say their names either. So we'll just keep it as friends. They'll become more prevalent into my stories later. I don't know if they'll want to be talked about, so I won't mention them completely. But it's just cool that I met them, and they're really awesome and really kind people out of all I could ask for. My time in there, it was pretty fun. The second hour, we talked about working on chairs because that's basically what we do. The second hour is basically like we work on wooding, different things like that. So different projects. Right now, we are working on un basically furniture that hasn't been touched in like years. So, and me and A just so happened to partner up. We partnered up for a four-chair experience where basically they're they're these small four chairs you that they probably used to be red or pink depending on what, and they looked like they were probably used for small little tea parties. We're gonna turn them into FNAF 1 chairs, and we're gonna paint them black, and we're gonna have those the dining set room chairs where they're black with the ends that look like Bonnie's guitar, and they got whatever, but they're black and they got like really cute little yellow stars on them. And we're gonna put the FNAF characters in them. Speaking of FNAF, I got a FNAF small little poster here, and I even got one on my wall. If you can even see that past my blue beacon thingy, I like it. But that's what that was what it was. It was pretty cool. That's what we're gonna build it. And then third is our hour. It's mixed with a bunch of things like social studies, cooking, and some sort of like random thing. I don't know what it would be. We learned some things in Africa. We learned some things in Africa about the state, not state, fuck, country, and that was Uganda. It's really cool. It's where a bunch of people cannot drive. They stay so like community clean, so they do. They're like one of the most cleanest countries in all of the world. So that's pretty cool. I do have to give them credit for what it's due for. So we took some snacks. We took like small little foods and snacks and rated them depending on the three cards that we had. Red being like this red frowny face, being like it was horrible. Green being like, or no, blue being mid, being mid, and then green being like good. I loved it. It was perfect. And then red being eh, and then blue being it was alright. It could have been better or mid. So yeah, my and then we did some things where we learned about it, took some small facts about it. It's one of the most cleanest countries, probably one of the most crime-ridden countries ever. Also, um, because they don't use plastic and they don't use cars, so you only have to bike and walk. And at the end of the month, they take like a 3 hour time to make their community a bit better by like cleaning it up, making it look nice, things like that. That's what I want our country to do. America, please let us just fucking clean. Stop, stop just making our universe way worse than it has to be. I We then also played a marble game. Me and A also partnered up, so you can just call us buddies at this point, best friends. She's pretty awesome. She's a pretty awesome human being. If I were to say her YouTube channel name, which I'm not going to without permission, or whatever, I just don't want to give out criticism to her, or give her like too much praise, because I don't want there to be hatred or too much praise on her, where it's like creepy. So yeah, um, that's just something I wanted to say. She's a pretty awesome human being. She also she also beat me because like we played with the marbles. We played the game once. I won because it was pretty easy for me to win. And then second, we played odd or even like Squid Game because I'm obsessed with Squid Game right now. Um, I told her we'd play the game, you'd wager, whatever, do all that. She beat me 2 times. She beat me. It's alright. I'm used to being beat by so many of my friends in video games and in general. But yeah, now I want to get into heavier topics. I just thought I'd like word of warning. Past this point, if you do not want to hear it, is up to you. You can click off this video. It doesn't even matter. I just thought I'd let myself off of some things, get it off my chest. As personally, I feel like I need to get rid of it because it is something that is just haunting me for the past like 5 weeks. I'd give or take. I think it was 5 weeks. It could even be more, but I don't even know. Um, and I'll get into that. I have been having insomnia troubles like as of last week and this week, and 2 weeks ago I was having nightmares. Um, it was horrible. And 3 weeks ago it was just the worst. I'll save one of my nightmares for a different time as it will take up most of my video time. So I thought I'd let you know that another day I will alert you about like my I'll let you guys know about different nightmares I have. I'll make a different series. I'll make a series where it's like I'll have my chapters of my life. I'll have my updates, vlogs, all that, my vlogs of mine. And then have Robert's nightmare and late night talk journey. Um, about uh, some dark things of his past. I feel like this topic is really talked about, um, but hasn't really been like pushed out onto my channel. If anyone knows, I'm suicidal. I am a suicidal person. Sure, I may have my moments where you see me on the channel smiling, being happy. Some of you can even relate to that. Some of you even watching even know this. Some of my viewers are even my friends, by the way. Um, but and I'm so glad that they're supporting me. But this is just a few things that I'd say. I'm a religious person. Well, I wouldn't say I'm like too religious, but sometimes I feel like everything in my life has happened because it's a divine intervention. I feel that because it feels like some sort of piece of me can feel it just coming off so slowly, like it just happened by a some sort of intervine mistake or some intervention, um happiness, go lucky, if that makes sense. And recently, suicide has resurfaced in my brain, and I can't stop thinking about it. Sometimes I do stop thinking about it, and I'm just distracted because we have YouTube, we have everything, to distract us because we are in an age of distraction. There's no greater way to put aside that we are in the age of distraction. It is a post viral thing, I will say. Um, and many different things of this will exist because we have let ourselves into the easy realms of feeding evil into our brains. This is what I like to call the back and forth effect, where it's like we go from the real world to the world of distraction, and it's getting realer and realer, and it's just never gonna stop. It's never gonna stop until we get rid of everything, all electronics. I know it sounds bad, like we need it to contact others, but we also don't need it because we are hurting ourselves with these things that are rotting our brain. It's large, trust me. And sometimes I feel like I'm just done, but I can't be done because I'm too addicted, you know. Um, yeah. And I will say, me personally, I am a person who really falls under depression really easily now. Um, as of recently, I've also been feeling mentally and physically tired in the mornings, and later on feel like I don't have enough. Like I have energy, but I don't have enough. So yeah, as of now, with heavy topics, I am sorry if I probably delve down into yapping about something that you don't want to hear. If you listen to me, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Trust me. Um, I doubt. I bet like two of you skip to now. I didn't even put a timestamp. But if you have watched this, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Um, so many people don't get to hear about this. I mean, I've seen so many people online just talk about depression and then they don't get heard because they're not like too strong enough to be heard about it. But yeah, I'm standing for those who are feeling down right now. I have so many, so many friends who fall under the, you know, every now and again thinking about it, you know. And if you ever fall under this, please ask for help. Don't don't wait, because if you wait, it's just gonna hurt you. You're hurting yourself. Um, and I understand how that feels. But anyways, if you have made it to this end of the video, this is the outro. I just wanted to say one more thing about each and everything. I am making these scripts for my chapters, which will be like my life's work of a script. This will be posted every once in a while to let you know where it's at, how it was, and where I think it's going in the future. And if I hadn't met those expectations, I'll still write it in the script and publish it out onto these videos. Second, I'm changing my name to Code Red on YouTube. I'm giving someone else the name Nightcrow. I don't give a shit. I never even gave a shit that I had the name Nightcrow. So this is something that's given out to you guys. I might just give it to one of my friends. They can take the name of it for their own YouTube channel. I don't give a shit. And third, I am finally like, I feel like this is something that I just need to get off, is that this whole thing means so much to me. It means a lot. It pushes so much because I get so much out, and it's not about writing it. It's not even about just seeing where my life ends up. It's about just letting it out and just being for real and having an actual personality on the internet where where I haven't had any criticism yet. I haven't had any backlash yet, because I feel like mental health and everything needs to be talked about more. Now, I will now go because it is now probably almost 12 at this point. 12 in the morning. It was since like 11:30. Yep, it's 11:59 right now. Well, thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope you have a great week, rest of your day, and if not, please try to make it as best as you can. Stay with me. Hold on. And I'm praying for you, because God hasn't let go of you yet. He never will. In your name we pray. Amen, God. Please bless all these people. I love you.